Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Sorry for the late report. So there's about 2 hours left, 2 or 3 hours left in the market. And we just got big news, right, from the Biden administration that it looks like they've got an infrastructure deal. So we'll see how this works out. We know the little hurdles and stuff that can come from within parties and stuff like that. It's never a deal till it's a deal, right, guys? Especially in politics and nowadays days. Hey, good for the markets, right? After a nice fast start, even though we had some soft labor reports this morning, which we'll talk more about. But even after that, the markets just kind of edged up, and we're nice and bullish. And then all of a sudden, this announcement came out a few minutes ago. Now the markets are off to the races, or at least the Dow is over 300 points today. We're still short that Twitter trade. Don't forget, yesterday we got back to the stock of the week with Surf Oncology. If you get a chance to check that out, if you're looking to add something to your portfolio, you might want to add X now, U.S. Steel. We've talked about it before, right? We bought U.S. Steel way back when Trump was supposed to be pushing through an infrastructure policy. Never quite worked out. So we stuck with the stock, just took the dividend, right? And then now all of a sudden that position's looking real pretty. That's an example of your long-term stocks, your stocks in your portfolio, not your options. Your options are time sensitive, right? They have expirations. But with your long stocks, give them a chance to gel. And we talk about that with the stock of the week list, right? The Apples, the ETs, things like that. Apple for quite a few weeks here, right? The last few weeks has just been stuck at 120, 122, 123. But like we talked about when we made it the stock of the week, right? It's got that great dividend, great balance sheet. It's not going anywhere. And guess what? Now all of a sudden it's back at that 134, 135. And on the trip, you got those great dividends, right? So be patient and stay long. And also remember too, guys, on taxes, right? If you hold something for more than a year, the tax implications are a lot cheaper than they are if you sell within a year. So look, guys, we're still in the oil plays, right? The MRO, the ET. We talked about, we opened up an entertainment try to take advantage of the travel and leisure explosion that we think's coming over the summer with even more of the oil move. The PEJ, and we'll just sit tight for right now, guys, and we'll see how things shake out. Oil's trading up about $73 right now. Now, look, going forward, it's great, you know what I mean? And we're happy to hear this infrastructure deal might be coming to fruition. It's a long time coming, right? It's 4 or 5 years coming that we've been waiting for an infrastructure deal. And it looks like now maybe we're getting close to one. We still got to work out who's going to pay for what and how they're going to pay for it. And of course, too, there's going to be fighting like we mentioned in the beginning. Maybe the squad's not happy. Somebody's getting something they don't like. And you know what I mean? You know how feelings are with these people nowadays. It's almost worse to some of these groups in politics that it's worse that somebody else gets something they didn't than if they lose something, right? It's really weird. But look, guys, it's good news. The labor reports were soft this morning. Continuing claims ticked down just a little bit, but new claims, right? Up another 400,000, almost 500,000 people. That's with 9 million jobs opening. Oil exploding, right? Inflation coming around the corner. Now, tomorrow we got another a little round of reports. In fact, let's go ahead and share screen here and we'll go look at them together. You can see there, we'll just go to Market Watch here with the reports. Tomorrow morning, we've got personal income and consumer spending before the market and the core PCE price index. Then we'll get the consumer sentiment. A lot of consumer and a lot of spending stuff here, right, guys? And that's the focus. We always talk about it. We're a consumer-based economy, and we need that economy to go. You can see oil had kind of a weird day today, right? when it opened up this morning, it was a little bit chippy. It had a little sell down there, and then it just kind of blew up the last few minutes. Had a big leg up there, took that 73, right around $73 now. This is a 15-minute chart. Let's go look at a year chart, which is what you should stay on. And you look at that, you see that oil is just still in that long uptrend. It had a little pause here around 72, 73, and it'll probably kick off a little bit more there. Other than that, yeah, we can go take a look at the NASDAQ. You can see the NASDAQ there. Made a new high, right? Made a new high, and it's holding that all-time high, and we'll see how that sticks. It'll be interesting, guys. It'll be real interesting to see how the last couple of days, right? The NASDAQ tech has been what's been on fire, right? Apple and stuff has really started to participate in this rally. But it'll be interesting with this infrastructure deal to see how whether there's a rotation out of that tech and back into the Dow, like we started seeing there for about a couple of weeks, a few weeks back, right? Let's see if there's a rotation in there. And that's why, look, we've got almost 4 weeks on this Twitter short, the contracts that we bought. So we'll just stick with that for right now, because we want to see how this market kind of works out through this infrastructure thing. Twitter pushed back up to $68 this morning. Ouch. Anyways, but look, that's your patience and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's why you stay diversified, even in your option plays, guys. You look at it. We've got 4 option plays on the board right now. 3 are doing great, and 1's dragging along. So you're diversified. So one play is you're not living and dying off one play. Other than that, let's see how this shakes out. As far as infrastructure deals going through Congress, right? We know how that works out. And let's go look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, guys. I meant to look at the Bitcoin chart while we were on that. Let me see if I can find a mouse. There's my mouse. All right. Bitcoin, how about that chart, huh? We set this chart up when we had the big sell down, right, guys? And we laid it out, and we set it right first off, right? If we can break this downtrend, that's a good sign, but we need to capitulate first. You got your little capitulation there, you got your confirmation there, you got your bottom, 1 bottom, 2 bottom, and then you had a retest right down the line, right? But we talked about it. We'll trade in that support there. We might go a little bit lower for a retest, but for the most part, we should be stuck trading in that support. The breakout will come at about 39.5, 39,500. And you see, these are just buying opportunities, buying opportunities, buying opportunities. One of the biggest deceptions you see out there about cryptos right now, guys, is China. China, right? China wants nothing to do with crypto. And that's not true. They want those miners out and stuff, but that's because they want to be on a blockchain that they can control. They don't want a decentralized blockchain like the Ethereum or the Bitcoin blockchain. And you can go read more about that. It's more complicated than I just said. That's just the gist of it. But China, it's not that China doesn't want to be involved in crypto. It's like everything else. They want to control it, right? It's called world domination. So, we're kind of washing through this whole China, bad news from China, bad news from China. And you're starting to see some bullishness come back into the asset. So for you guys that were buying along this channel, we think we've still got some time to go in this sideways movement. It was a big sell down. It was a lot of loss of momentum. It takes some time to digest that bearishness out of the asset. And we think we still got time to accumulate here for a little while. Ethereum bounced right back over 2,000. The smaller coins are really taking a hit. They're just really sideways, really on a downward sideways trend. A lot of these coins, like the ones we like the Lumens coin, the Stellar coin, XLM. We like that. It's been just really getting beat up, right? VET, right? VeChain, which is a very popular one. Cardano, right? Cardano, which before we even started trading into Bitcoin and cryptos, we used to see it. People love the Cardano coin. They're all just getting this sideways kind of soft trickle down. if you believe on them, and now's the time to buy them, guys. When the big daddy coin, Bitcoin, really starts to take off, maybe breaking out over that 39.5, you're going to see these coins come up with it. Right now, it's not enough of a bullish rally in the big coin, the two big coins, right? Really, your Ethereum, your Ether coin, and your Bitcoin to pull up all boats. It's not really a big bullish rally. It's just really, it's just moving to the top of a sideways pattern. So you're not going to see that. You're not going to see it carry all boats of tide rising, floating all boats type of effort. So you still got time. If you like Cardano, you should be buying it right now. Hell, we talked about it the last earlier this week, right? We even put a few bucks into Shiba, just to have a swing out there. I think we put $20 into it. We got like 1.9 million tokens. They supposedly have a plan to take that thing to $10. If they take it to 10 cents, we will make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why not take a swing, right? There's worse things we could do. You could have bet on the Bucks last night, right? And there went your $20, right? And as a Dodger fan, I can tell you, it's hard luck time for sports. Anyways, look, guys, let's call it an update. We're starting to talk about sports. Bitcoin, right, pushing 35,000 right now. It's at 34.8. Ethereum's at 2022 right now. And like I said, all the coins below that, your ADA, your XLM, and all that are just kind of languishing sideways, a little bit soft. If you want to own them, now's the time to buy them, right? You don't want to be sitting there when, like, remember the last time Bitcoin was at 60,000. How many people were saying, man, I should have bought that thing at 30,000, man. And guess what? It's at 30,000 now. That is one of the oldest traps, guys, that you'll see traders get into, investors, especially investors. And what that is that when an asset, whether it's a stock or whether it's a commodity, whether it's a crypto, when it's at highs, when it's pushing bullish, people will sit there and they'll say, hey, man, I wish I could buy Apple at 120 when it's at 145. Man, I wish I bought Apple at 145. Well, you get a little market action and it goes down to that 122, 123. What would be the logical thing to do? Would be add it to your portfolio. It's at your price now, right? But the psychology will screw you up. And a lot of times this is media driven. This is why I tell you to stay off the YouTube and stuff when you're trading, because you don't want all these genius opinions cluttering your mind. What happens to most traders is they see it come down to that 120, 125, and they say, oh shit, it's going down lower. It's done. I don't want to own it now. And then when it bounces back up, guess what? You're in that same revolving door of failure. Anyways, guys, look, let's go see how the market shakes out the last 2.5, 3 hours of the day. That's all I've got for you guys today. Like I said, Bitcoin's still in that sideways channel until it hits 39.5. It's a buy, and it's an accumulation stage right now. For the smaller coins, you fans of the small coins, the underlying coins, most of them are dirt cheap right now, especially though I was looking at, we don't own Cardano, but I see it so much and I've seen so much news about it the last couple of days. I went and read about it a little bit, and there's a lot of people out there, maybe you're one of them, that likes that coin. Now's the time. If you want to own it cheap. And you got to buy when it's low and you got to sell when it's high. Not like we shorted Twitter, right? We shorted it low and now we're sitting where it's high. We'll be patient with that trade though. Like I said, oil is going fine for us. All of our trades are going fine. We've got portfolios that'll take advantage of this move. We've talked about it before, right? We never recommend a stock of the week unless we own it. Even yesterday, right? We put out Surf. The first thing we did before we even put out that report was went and grabbed 100 shares of Surf, right? You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you guys, hey, you should own this. And then I own something else. It's not the way it works. But like I was saying, if you build your portfolio right, you'll take advantage of all kinds of market moves. When the market goes bearish and it goes into a downturn, you've got those powerful dividends, right, that are building on your portfolio, and your options. You can temporarily change your strategy and start buying puts and stuff like that and covering yourself on the short side. When the market's rallying like it is right now, and you're set up in some options like we are, and we just cashed out the Suncor yesterday for 80%, but we're not ready to cash out, and we've got one lagger, right, with the Twitter. Our portfolios are still kicking ass, right? So, you know, you always want to have some money out there working for you in a hard way. And what I mean by that is, look, if you got to sit there and watch it and manage it all market long, then it's not working for you. You're still working for it. You want to have these stocks like Apple, Microsoft. Microsoft's just been on fire, guys. If you guys own Microsoft, good job. I think one of the portfolios we got some Microsoft. You Tesla owners, right? I know I've been talking bad about Tesla the last few months, and I'll stand by that. But I'll tell you what, you guys are having a great day today. You're pushing back to that 700, right? That's after some news from Elon Musk about I forget what the news was, but anyways, there was some news. Oh, I know what it is. He's not taking that space thing public until it's got proper cash flow. Might have wanted to do that with some other issues in his portfolio. It'll be interesting though, right? Think about Tesla, right? And think about the fun with cryptos with Elon. As much as we dog on him about his manipulation and stuff, there is a fun aspect to it, right? But think about it. It's what happens with his SpaceX if he decides to start accepting crypto as a payment? I don't know. Anyways, guys, look, that's enough for a Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the daily update, the market update like today's, and then we'll be with our full crypto show tomorrow, and we'll get really into the Bitcoin and stuff like that. All right, guys. You guys have a great Thursday. Let's see how this market shakes out the rest of the day. After that infrastructure news, you can kind of see it, guys. Before I close here, you can kind of see it. Let's pop back onto the share screen here. You can kind of see it in the markets. Even with Twitter, you see how once that news happened, let's go to a 5-minute chart. That'll give you a better picture. Once that news happened, a lot of your tech stocks started taking a downturn. You see your NASDAQ started to take a little downturn there. But your Dow, look what your Dow did. So it's interesting. Is there a rotation now that there might be an infrastructure program on the table that involves a move from this side, the NASDAQ, the money into the Dows, the Caterpillars, the Boeings, right? One of our members bought some Caterpillar earlier in the week and doing fantastic already with the position. That's the kind of stuff you want to add to your portfolio for the long term. Okay, guys? So look, you guys have a great day. Let me get off screen share here. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the week wrap. Trade smart. And if you need help, click the link.